What's up, vapors? Thanks for checking out Daily Vape TV. My name is Nick, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Citadel RDA. Alright guys, so the random question of the day is, if the world was filled with just male and female copies of yourself, what would it be like? Let me know right down there in the comments section below. Well, I'll tell you right now, it would be pretty boring. I really don't do anything super adventurous, so everyone would just be kicking back and just playing video games or something like that. But let me know what you think the world would be like if it was just nothing but clones of yourself in male and female form, right down there in the comments section below. So today we're going to be taking a look at this little guy right here, the Citadel RDA, a 22mm little flavor banger from Psyclone mods, with a special shout out and thank you going to Francisco Estrada for hooking me up with this one, and big shout out and thank you going to Psyclone mods as well for making this happen for me. So this is a nice change of pace for me. It's a little dip of the toes into the world of high-end mods. It's not super duper high-end or anything like that, but I know quantities of these things are very, very limited, and I'm really happy to get my hands on one. So taking a quick look online, this device comes in one color and one color only, which is stainless steel. However, you can get accessory caps for it. I have here the black cap and also the Ultim cap, so you can change it up from time to time if you want to do that. This one's going to run you about $75 if you can find one. Like I said, quantities are very limited on these, so they're going to be a little bit hard to find, but I will try my best to find a link for you guys. If I find one, I'm going to put it on my website. Link to that will be right down there in the description below. But without any further ado, let's dive down to the close-up view and take a better look at this thing. Alright guys, so as you can see, we've got the Citadel in its original box, so let's quickly take a look around the packaging, then we'll take a look at what's inside. So, as you can see here, very plain and basic, almost boring packaging. Just a big old nicotine warning on this side here. Big old nicotine warning on the back as well, with a few other warnings at the bottom. Designed in USA, made in China. Cool looking logo on the top here. That's the Citadel logo or Psyclone mods logo, I'm not exactly sure, but it's really cool and I do like it. So that's it. That's really all there is to the box portion of it. For a $75 mod, the box is really nothing to write home about. Nothing else inside the box other than this little pouch here. As you can see, we've got another cool looking design on the pouch itself, and inside it's kind of like a neoprene kind of material, I guess you could call it. We've got the obligatory baggy O parts, which includes an Allen wrench and some O-rings and some extra grub screws, full set, and of course your Citadel RDA. So that's it. No instructions, nothing like that. And yeah, that's all she wrote. All right, guys, let's talk about the specs. First of all, it's 22mm in diameter. It has a deep juice well, superior stainless steel construction, expansive dual post build deck with 4 terminals, top secured via flathead screws, peak insulated throughout, single coil configuration, quad slotted airflow top cap sleeve, 510 Delrin drip tip, Ultim chamber reducer for flavor optimization, integrated stainless steel bottom flow squonk pin, stainless steel 510 connection, squonk plug included with a detachable structure, and it's only available in stainless steel. Alright guys, so here is the Citadel RDA. Now before we take a look at the RDA itself, let's just quickly take a look at these caps that I have for it. So you can get the black one here, black Delrin, or of course Ultim. And just let's take a look outside the bags real quick. So they come in these nice little bags with a little card in there and the big warning logo on it. And here we have the black version. Matches the same exact look of the original cap, same holes, same lines, same everything. And next up we have the Ultim version as well, if you're so inclined. Personally, I'm not a huge Ultim fan, so I think I'll be skipping this one, but here it is for those of you that enjoy a good Ultim cap. There you go. Same thing here, same lines, same look, same everything. Drip tip still removable. Alright guys, so as far as the Citadel itself, as you can see here, we have a 510 drip tip. Pretty standard stuff with this drip tip here. Black Delrin with 2 O-rings at the bottom. Nice little thin, low profile sort of drip tip. You can see the bore nice and big through the middle there. Pretty much as big as you could get for a 510. Matching on the bottom, of course. No O-ring on the inside lip of that cap. Hopefully you guys can see that. No O-ring on there whatsoever. And if you wanted to put your own tip in, you can. It'll fit, but it'll look pretty ridiculous. Not only is there a bunch of overhang on this side here, but it just doesn't look right. In my personal opinion, I think that's kind of ugly. So unfortunately, if you want to customize this thing, you're pretty much stuck. So you have 4 total airflow holes on this thing altogether. You have 2 on either side, 2 here, and of course 2 on the opposite side there. And these are very small small. I'd say about 1 millimeter or 1.5 millimeters by about 3 millimeters. And considering they're so small, they really get the job done. You get plenty of airflow going through them, and it's very smooth and quiet, no turbulence whatsoever. As far as the overall aesthetic of this top cap, really nicely done. The machining is gorgeous. Just simple little angles on the top cap section and just lines on the barrel section. No engravings whatsoever on the barrel as well. Just one big engraving on the bottom, and just show you that real quick. There you go. You can see it. I think that looks pretty darn cool. Kind of an interesting design to this top cap. This edge right here is on the sharper side and it is beveled. It's domed at the top section there, but it has a little bit of a lip where the drip tip goes, so I kind of find that interesting. I'm not sure if that's supposed to affect the airflow whatsoever, but whatever they're doing it right. Here's the deck with the chamber reducer still attached to it. As you can see, you can still access the terminals if you have to adjust your screws, and you can easily drip down the middle. So here is the chamber reducer by itself, and it's just a simple little thin piece of Ultem, really nothing much to it, just kind of meant to cut down on the space inside of the actual chamber itself. And just be very, very careful if you do get one of these for yourself, because this thing is super thin and fragile, and if you drop it, you might end up stepping on it and shattering it into a million pieces. So here is the deck with my coil still attached to it. Yes, I know my cotton is absolutely filthy, but that's besides the point. As you can see, simple little single coil build in there, very easy to install. Just want to slide the legs in from the side and tighten them down from the top. You can adjust it up and down using your jig or whatever you want, and that's about it. That's really all the work you have to do this thing. Simple to wick as well. Just want to tuck it inside the lip of this deck here, and that's it. And here is the deck by itself. Now, first thing you'll notice is the posts here are nice and flush with the screw heads, which make it really nice because your screwdriver isn't going to slip out when you're building on this thing. On the posts themselves, one end is open, so you just basically slide your coil in and then secure it down from the top. Really nice there. The airflow holes, as you can see, are kind of on the outsides of the posts on this side here. And then hopefully you guys can see on the inside part there, they kind of come together towards the middle, and then they aim straight at the coil. So really nice design there. Just kind of an interesting airflow design in my opinion. The sides are nice and wide open, making it easy to adjust your coil if you have to, and the juice well is deep enough. I'd say it's about 5 millimeters, 4 millimeters maybe. Through the middle there, this is now in squonk mode. You can put a little screw in this thing. It does come with a filler pin if you wanted to use this thing in standard dripper mode. And you know what? That's pretty much it with this deck here. You have two O-rings at the bottom here securing the top cap on. Really nice tolerances, no question. These will hold the top cap securely in place. And that's it. That is the Citadel RDA in a nutshell. Let's go back to the main screen, have a quick vape on this thing, and we'll talk about it some more. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the close-up section of this video. Now let's talk about my personal thoughts about this device, some pros, some cons, and whether or not it's worth purchasing. Starting off with the pros, my first pro is the flavor. Now I have in my notes here the word obviously in brackets because that's just basically a given with this device here. It's an absolute flavor banger, and I love the chamber reducer as well. It just kind of brings the heat factor up ever so slightly while maintaining a smooth and plentiful airflow. My second pro for this one is that it's super easy to build. It's really simple. All you have to do is just undo the two screws opposite each other and then just slide your coil in, adjust it a little bit for height, and then that's pretty much it. You tune it up and you're good to go. My third pro today is that it's going to be great for smaller squonkers. Now I've got it sitting on top of this Wismec Luxottic, and I think it looks pretty darn good on here. Just a nice simple classy 22 millimeter flavor banger of an RDA, and it's just kind of low profile, which is another reason I really do like this thing. And my fourth and final pro for this one is the smoothness of the airflow. Not only is it super smooth and non-turbulent whatsoever, but it's also plentiful. For such a small little low profile 22 millimeter RDA with a chamber reducer, you still get plenty of airflow, enough to cool down a fairly low resistance coil. Right now I've got a 0.14 on here, and I gotta say the warmth is just right, the airflow is just right, everything's just ticking all the boxes for me personally. All right, guys, so moving on to the cons. My first con is that the airflow control is very minimal. Now, the holes on this thing are very small, and I gotta say, I find it a little bit fiddly to mess around with the airflow control just because just the tiniest little adjustment can make a huge difference considering you're adjusting all 4 holes at the same time. There's really nothing much you can do about that either, so for me personally, it's pretty much all or nothing. And as far as you guys out there that like a tighter draw or like to fiddle around with your airflow, this one's gonna be a little bit difficult for you. And my only other complaint about this one is there's not a lot of drip tip options. You're pretty much stuck with what they give you in the box, which is this little black Delrin tip here. Personally, I like to just kind of personalize my setups a little bit more than that, and since the little kind of chamfer on the top leading up to the drip tip section is so narrow, you really can't use a wider drip tip on this thing whatsoever without it looking really goofy. So at the end of the day, is this device worth purchasing? Would I go out of my way to pick one of these up if I didn't get this one in for review? I'm going to say yes to this one. It's got everything going on. You get flavor, clouds, you get nice smooth airflow, and looks for days. It absolutely looks gorgeous in my opinion. Even at the $75 price point, which is a bit on the steep side, I feel like that's still fairly affordable in this market nowadays. So yeah, if you guys can find one of these things for yourself, then I would say go out and get one if you are into the flavor banger, kind of low profile style. And with that, I'll try to find a link for you guys and leave it on my website. Link to that will be right down there in the description below. But that about does it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this. Leave your comments down in the box below, and make sure you check out the advocacy and my social media links right down there in the description. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and as always, vape on.